Wantirna. My name is Peter Nicolls from the company KR Peters Real Estate, and with me is Dana, who's been opening the property for the last 3 weeks during the marketing campaign. I'd like to say to you before I go through the contract that I believe this is a great opportunity to buy a property in Wantirna today. It's a type of property that doesn't come on the market very often. When you look at prices in Wantirna, what you see is you see townhouses selling now for over $1.2 million. You see old houses selling for over $1 million. And you see demand is gone through the roof. What we're offering here today is 468 square metres of prime real estate corner location. I have said to people during the marketing that have inspected the home that it's a great opportunity because under Section 55 of the new Planning Acts, I believe you could design 2 townhouses here on this block of land. And yet there's blocks that are 1,000 square metres and you barely can get 2 because of regulations. So the regulations here encourage that type of development, and having a corner, you'd have no body corporate, you'd have no, it's very straightforward. But all the people that have inspected the property to date have said to me, we don't want to know that, we just want to know, we want to get our foot in the market, we want to get into the market, we want to buy something that's affordable, and I believe this home is just that. Okay, the contract for sale has been on display. I'm not going to go through it its entirety. I will go through the relevant parts and then I will give you a brief description and then ask for your bidding. The vendors have a reserve price. I can assure you, I'm confident a sold sticker will be going on that board in the next 15 to 20 minutes. The auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and regulations. And that's why we've had the contracts. I'm not going to read them in their entirety. I will go through them. The auction prohibits the auctioneer from accepting bids after the fall of the hammer. The auction I'll be conducting here today is a non-referral auction. I will not be going to seeking instructions from my vendors. My vendors' instructions are clear. We will, providing we reach the reserve price, we will be selling. So if you're here to bid, ladies and gentlemen, I urge you to bid confidently. Don't leave it to the last minute. Don't come back and say to me, Pete, we missed out, we delayed it. It's up to you guys. Okay, as the auctioneer, I will indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids and provides fines for that conduct. The rules permit vendor bids. The words I will use when I'm making a vendor bid are the words vendor bid. And by law, only I, as the auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. The contract has been prepared by Mason Law Solicitors. It shows that the lot we're offering here today is known as Lot 1. And it is, let me just find the measurements here. It's 17.27 to Dumbarton, 27.72 metres on my left-hand side. It's a total of 468 square metres, and there are no easements on the block. And also what's very important, what I said in the introduction about building 2 townhouses, there's also no overlays on the property. So when you have no overlays, it makes it much straightforward. We have from Knox Council rates of $1,716.40, and from South East Water $172.90. The contract to sale, if you're wishing to buy under a company, there will be a director's guarantee in there, which we will ask you to sign. Are there any questions on the contract to sale that's been prepared by Mason Law Solicitors? Okay, a few words about the property. The one thing that struck me, and I think you notice it today, the amount of natural sunlight that comes into the property. Lots of natural light, which is fantastic. A very convenient floor plan and L-shaped lounge dining room. A hostess kitchen with a meals area. 3 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms have got robes. Nice carpets, floorboards, ceiling fans to 2 bedrooms, air conditioning, gas ducted heating, gas hot water system. Basically all you can do is bring it furniture in. If you look, what we're also offering here is the position. The position is first class. You've got Schultz Reserve just around the corner. You've got buses that go down the street. You've got Wantirna Mall, which is within very easy walking distance. Knox City Shopping Centre, Eastlink, schools, everything is here. Basically, you can see exactly what you're buying. If you're a first-time buyer and you want to enter the market, this ticks the box. If you're a developer, investor, also ticks the box because you get good return rental and potential. And if you're looking at scaling down, you can do some improvements to the home. Ladies and gentlemen, any questions on the contract of sale? Okay, well today's the 21st of June. Rebecca, sorry, Donna. 21st of June, it's the shortest day of the year. So I don't know how many hours we lose, but I know sunlight gets down. So you buy today, you're going to buy 21st of June, don't forget that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to sell 66 Shetland Drive. Do I see an opening bid anywhere? We're here to sell. I know there's been quite a bit of interest. I don't think you need me to make any vendor bids here today. Where do we start? 66 Shetland Drive, Wantirna. 468 square metres. Corner position.
500.
How much?
500.
500. I don't think you could buy the block of land for 500. But I'll take your 500. At 500,000, 2025. 1.2, they're selling townhouses in the street. Do I see 600 anywhere? I thought you'd start me around the 750 if you like. At $500,000, do I see 600 anywhere? Well, we've been quoting 680 to 760, so I'll go to 680 on a vendor bid if I may. At $680,000 on bid, do I see 700 anywhere? I know there's quite a few of you in the crowd because you've all said to me, can we buy, can we buy, can we buy it? And you're hanging off and you're hanging off. But look, make no mistake, this is a fantastic opportunity here. At $680,000, I'm looking for 700 if you like. At $680,000 for the first call. At $680,000 for the second call.
700.
At 700 now, thank you. At $700,000 on bid. At $700,000 on bid, and I'll take $20,000 rises. Ladies and gentlemen, the way it works is this. If we get no further bids, this man will be coming into inside the home. We'll be talking with him, and he'll have the first right of refusal to negotiate to buy this property because he's bid and he's put himself in that position. And I urge you that you should be doing the same because right now, this is cheap as chips. At 700,000 over here, do I see 720 anywhere? I know you haven't come to hear me talk, guys. At $700,000, first call. At 700,000, second call.
705.
At 705. At 705 in front here. I'll take you 5. At $705,000. At $705,000. The bid's there against you, sir, and you at the back. At 705. Do I see 720 anywhere? At 705 right here. First call.
720.
720. 720, thank you, sir. At 720,000, I was being nice. Do I see another 5, sir? I'm not taking the one. At 720, I have. At 720,000, ladies and gentlemen, for the first call. I'll take 5 if you give me 5. At 720. First call. At 720,000, second call. At 725, thank you, sir. At 725 I have. The bid's here against you there, sir, and anyone else that wants to come in. At 725, the bid's over here. At 725, do I see
730.
730, thank you. At 730,000. At 730,000, I thought we'd be talking 800,000 plus, to be honest. But at 730 I have. At 730,000, do I see another 5, sir? At 735 now, the bid's over here. At 735, at $735,000. First call. At 735,000. Second call. Sir, do I see 750? 740?
That's 740.
Thank you, sir. At 740 I now have. At 745, the bid's here. At 745, straight back at me. At $745,000 once. At $745,000 twice. At 745,000 for the third and final call. 750. At 750, to give me another 5, sir. 755. At 755 there against you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're thinking of buying 66 Shetland Drive, now's the time you need to put your hand up and bid for the home. At 755, bargain buying. The bid's over here. It's against you. The bid's there. Do I see 760? At 755, you're silent. First call. Second call at 755. Third and final call at 755,000.
760.
760 now, new blood. New bid there, 760. 65? 65. At 765. At $765,000. At 765, do I see 770, sir? Think of the potential. Think of the potential. Even if you did nothing for 10 years, you'd be able to build 2 homes there one day, subject to council. At 7, where are we at? At 765 over here. Against you and against you, sir. And you over there, sir. At 765, first, second, third and final call. Are you all silent?
765.
I'm at 765 now.
70.
70, thank you. 75 I have. At 775. No, 770, 775. Do I see 780, sir? Just give me 5. Don't let it go. You'll regret it. At 775, the bid's here. First, second, third and final call. Are you all silent? I'll be 1 sec. Ladies and gentlemen, no further bids. No further bids. This man here has bought himself a house. We're on the market. We are selling. At 775, I'm not mucking around. I am going to sell. First call, 775. Second call at 775. Third and final call. Do you want to give me 1,000, sir? 775, I'm going to sell.
780.
780. At 780. At 780,000, the bid's there. At 81 now. At 781. At 781, do I see a 2, sir? At 781. At $781,000 once. At $781,000 twice. At $781,000 for the third and final call. You're silent. All done. Sold. Congratulations, sir. Thank you very much. Guys, thank you for your attendance and attention. Thank you for coming. Thank you.